Catch your breath, no doubt it's me who's running this. No, I got nothing else to lose. Unstoppable.
Joanne, what are you drinking today?
Cheers, Denise. I have a limoncello spritz.
What's in that?
Limoncello, Prosecco, and club soda. 3-2-1. 3 parts Prosecco, 2 parts limoncello, 1 part club soda.
I'll have to try that when I come see you in a couple weeks.
And some mint from the garden.
Nice. I'm drinking Mrs. Silt Bar today.
The rosé, sparkling
rosé.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So we have so much gossip to talk about, and then we're going to cover Summer House and the Valley. So let's get to it. What
Okay.
you got?
Oh my God. So In the City trailer came out.
Okay. I did not see it. I just saw the photo where there's like 1,000 people on the cast. So tell me what you saw.
A lot of cast members, like you said, Andrea and his wife now are on it.
Was that the wedding they went to in Italy?
Yes. Where Amanda skinny dipped with Ben, and Andrea's manager said Amanda and Ben hooked up there.
They definitely did. I believe that to be true. Okay. All right. This makes sense. Okay.
Danielle's on there with her new boyfriend who looks interesting.
Why are they bringing her back?
I don't know, but they are.
All right.
What else? So Lindsay shaded West because...
Wait. You saw the trailer?
I saw the trailer.
That's all there was?
No. What else happened? So they say Kyle and Amanda split, like they do that the news cycle, and in the confessional, they say to Amanda, all right, what really happened? And she goes, okay, are you ready for this? And then also in the trailer, they show her and Kyle talking, and she says, who was in our apartment last night when I was sleeping? She could have picked any other guy in the world, and she would be riding so high. But the fact that she is doubling down on West
is terrible. And I saw Kyle's getting a ton of support for his business, like advice, money, everything.
Yes.
Which, okay, I kind of think is good. I mean, just because I don't like him doesn't mean, he really did work hard putting that business together.
For sure. He's leaning into this publicity immensely. He is not shying back like maybe it's in poor taste. No. He's like, I'm getting paid and I'm going to keep getting paid.
I'm going to profit off this in any way that I can.
Right.
Okay. So did they show anything else?
Nothing of note.
So you're thinking, you mentioned last week that they're going to re-edit the city since it's already filmed and everything.
Well, I think so, because when they dropped the trailer, there's a new tidbit, which I think would have meant nothing. West coming up to greet Amanda, and she says, hi, cutie. And he says, Mandy. And they give a big, long hug.
I saw that online, and I was like, was this in an episode that I missed, him calling her Mandy?
It was in the trailer for the city. So they're definitely figuring out how to get whatever clips they might have of West in there.
Okay. Please don't have us all being fooled that this was all promo for the city. I will be so pissed.
Well, I was on the camp of this is just an April Fool's joke for a while. I'm like, they're announcing a new collaboration, but apparently the cameras are back up for either In the City or Summer House, because both Carl and Kyle took selfies in front of the green screen.
Okay.
And the quote on Kyle's, he asks, which show is this for?
Okay, so did I hear this right? Like there's only like 2 episodes left of the season?
No, someone said there's like 6, because In the City I think it launches May 16th. And they think they're going to do it like they did the Beverly Hills to Vanderpump crossover, from Vanderpump to the Valley crossover. Like it'll be the end of one episode and then they'll shuttle into the new series. So that means we've got quite a few episodes left.
I'm with the Facebook audience that says, let's just cut to the reunion of the city. Like, I don't want to see the rest of this.
Agreed. It's hard to watch. It's uncomfortable. And I feel bad because KJ's having a great season. Mia's amazing.
So I was thinking about that. So they're all solid Summer House cast, right? For sure. They're all coming back. Bailey and...
I don't know. Kyle's street interviews where he said Carl's a mess. Oh my God. He said he can't film Summer House if the vibes are off. So I don't know what that means. But by the way, Kyle, Amanda, you can't go to the Summer House. Lindsay shouldn't go to the Summer House. You're too old. Carl, stay, run your bar in Brooklyn.
Yeah, okay.
we watch these people grow up, Denise. Amanda was a baby. Did you see the replays of the
Yes,
early?
because she's so full in the face and she looks so young and like, oh
Yes.
my gosh, I know.
Her cute little
She's
nose
just
ring.
withered away.
Yeah.
Have you seen any kickback about the Real Housewives of Rhode Island premiere or any? I saw something on Facebook that says like this is going to be one season because they're all going to end up in prison.
In prison. Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, I think they're guns blazing, and I don't think it's going to be a slow burn. I think they're going to go to the media pretty fast.
Well, yeah, Liz's Dino that she had a close relationship with, not an affair, maybe like didn't say anything about it. He has ties. Is it ties to the mob? Maybe
Well, his name is Dino. That's number one. But two,
he has a kid with Aaron. Who's the guy on the Patriots that?
Aaron Hernandez.
Yes, right. He has a baby with her, which is okay. That's like totally fine. But then someone else has mob ties, I think.
Well, duh.
Hide in Rhode Island. No one will know.
I'm
Be
so here for the show.
conspicuous.
I love it.
Let me show this opulence on this TV show.
Right. All right, you got anything else? Any watch what happens stuff?
Nothing too great on. No, he's on spring break.
Oh, that's right. He was in Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's jump to Summer House. This episode was like really all over the place. Did you feel like that?
Yeah, I wonder again how much they're re-editing.
Because I'm like, wait, now we're in this scene, now we're in these people. There was not a lot of flow to it, so it was hard to take notes.
Yeah.
So we'll just do the best that we can. So we start back at Lindsay's housewarming, and Dara is confronting Bailey and Levi.
Yes.
And so they do the flashback to Dara flirting with Ben. And then she says, yeah, like we were flirting all day. Like, what's the big deal? Like, kind of shutting it down real fast. But then she said something like, Ben denied it.
Bailey said, "Oh, that's weird. Ben will deny this, but he made it seem like nothing happened." And Dara was pissed.
She was irritated. So then the Facebook people are saying he broke up with Sabrina to go on the show to see if he could find someone else or maybe rekindle with Amanda. I don't know. And then found out Amanda's not available. I don't like anyone here. So I'm going to get back with her, but I'm not going to tell anybody. And so that's why he was getting like so mad,
Yeah,
which makes sense.
I could see that because in a later scene, I'm jumping ahead, but maybe it's the next scene. Jesse's like, I feel like she was his secret girlfriend all along, all
Mhm.
summer.
Yeah. His moods are really strange. I just can't get a good vibe on him.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Sabrina?
She came in hot. It was very clear that Amanda felt incredible jealousy when she was oohing and ahhing over Sierra, and I read energy, and your energy's amazing, and you're so beautiful. And Amanda was just kind of standing there on the outside.
Okay. I
And I
didn't
think
catch
that's
that.
what prompted Amanda to be like, oh, by the way, your boyfriend's, everyone thinks he's in love with me. Although they didn't show her say that, which I thought was interesting because they didn't have cameras on everyone, but everyone was mic'd.
Yeah.
And you didn't really hear Amanda say those words.
It was weird how she was all on Sierra. Like,
It was really weird and awkward.
and so she's what, this like, I feel energy vibes person. I mean, Ben seems like he's not like that at all.
No. And then whatever, Amanda and West aside, but saying like, you deserve to be happy. I don't know what's going on with your marriage. And blah, blah, blah. And Amanda's like, what is he like giving her the play-by-play?
Right, right.
That was awkward. She like, I think she just got too nervous maybe filming for the first time and just word vomited
Probably.
over everyone.
She has a little bit of that, not a lot, but what's that girl from Southern Hospitality? Like, I'm wavy, baby.
Oh, Grace Lilly.
Grace Lilly. Yeah, kind of that vibe
Yeah,
a little bit.
a little
But
bit.
woo woo.
Yeah.
We'll see. So then we see Mia's boyfriend Scott arrive.
Yes.
Is he a chef? He's a restaurateur. Like, what is he?
I
Both?
don't know. Both, I think.
I'm like, why
Not
are these
sure.
girls always dating chefs? Like, aren't they the worst people to date? Don't we all know that?
Yeah, I wonder how they met. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. And then Bailey tells Lindsay she went on a lunch date with Carl, and Lindsay's like, great. You guys should hook up. Send him some nudes.
It's just like, what? That is crazy.
Yeah. What do you think about Lindsay encouraging this?
I think it's great. I think she's like, let Carl move on, let him have his storyline.
I think she thinks Carl's a good guy. He was just too boring for me.
Agreed. I think she wants to see his success. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the little Kleenex or Uber Eats spot that they did.
Yes, I love that. That was great.
Perfect timing, everything.
Okay, so this is a little thrown in there, but Amanda and Kyle agreed to go to couples therapy, and they seem to be getting along at the party. I mean, when you watch it, just seems like so fake.
In that street interview that Kyle did, I feel like it came out that he said they weren't 100% honest about the timeline of their separation.
Okay.
So that might come out at the reunion, that maybe they drove together this past episode, but every other time they've not driven together to the
So
Hamptons.
do you think it's true that they maybe had gone to couples counseling prior and they were just saying, let's try it?
I think so. Whether or not they'll be completely honest about that, who knows? But
Okay. So then we see Carl and Bailey flirting, and Carl says he's taking it slow because he's dated women in the house before. And then we see the flashbacks to Lauren Workus. I mean, oh my gosh.
it was so good. Throwing the watermelon, I mean, iconic.
He made her crazy in those first 2 seasons for sure. And then we see Paige and Lindsay dating him. So that was a fun flashback.
It was.
So Lindsay gives a speech, and then we see a flashback of all of her speeches. And she throws a little dig at Carl, which was weird. What did you think of her speech?
I thought it was funny. She's like, I don't like to give speeches. Then they show all those.
Yes.
montage. Yeah, she shouldn't have mentioned Carl at least twice, maybe 3 times. My ex-fiance and my ex-fiance and my ex-fiance.
Right.
And he just takes it in stride. He's just like,
It kind of reminded me of Ramona when she would throw her birthday parties every year and be like, these are all my closest friends celebrating the new me, my new life.
I have 42 closest girlfriends.
It gave me a little bit of that vibe. Okay. So then we go to Belmont, North Carolina, where Sierra is there at her grandparents' house. And she has an interior designer and architect arrive.
Yeah.
She talks a little bit about how her grandfather was trying to create generational wealth back then.
Yeah.
And really how challenging it was with the systematic racism. And so you could tell this is just so important to her. And I think it was the Bish Sash therapist who was like, if she doesn't get an HGTV show out of this,
Seriously.
right?
She better. I know. Like, pause renovations. Wait for the call, Sierra.
Because I think she's trying to buy up the other houses that he had owned on the street, right? She said like he built that one, but maybe
He owned other.
that's a big deal.
It's
and
a
she's wanting
huge deal.
to create this safe space for her family to come in the future. We see her talking to her mom later. You want to talk about that now?
Yes. Well, what was interesting too, I guess this comes out when she's talking to her mom, but how she had to create an LLC with a fake name so that the dad wouldn't
Didn't
know
find
that
out.
he was buying it. So that was interesting. So that's a very fractured relationship, obviously. I wonder if we'll learn more about that.
Yeah, she says she hasn't talked to him in 4 years. And she said something like he doesn't understand her intention.
Yeah.
So do you think like with her having to go through all of this that he was going to like maybe outbid her or try to block the sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing was interesting. I can't understand what the
Hopefully they
backstory
talk
is.
more about it. But mom says she's really proud of her. That was a good scene.
Yeah. And we've never seen her mom, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe once, maybe. Then there's a brief cut to Jesse at a recording studio. Like, really?
No.
That's fake. I don't need to see that. So Mia, Amanda, and Lindsay, is this Lindsay's birthday lunch?
Yes.
Okay. And so they discuss Kyle's real birthday on Monday. And Amanda then is kind of lying, saying she thinks things are moving in a good direction.
But she also forgot it was his birthday and just said to take the dogs out.
Yeah, that was great. I don't think she forgot. She was just like not celebrating. Already did that.
Right.
So Mia discusses her boyfriend and the contract she has with him. Like they can't be apart for more than 10 days. Was that it?
Yes.
Okay. And Amanda brings up the contract she had with Kyle. And I can't remember what it was, but something like if he didn't uphold the contract, he had to pay her parents back for the wedding. Do you remember What was the contract
It
about?
was the flashback. If he can't control his drinking and they have to call off the wedding,
Oh,
that he has to pay her parents back every penny.
single penny.
And I remember that from whatever season that
I
was.
do. And maybe he controlled his drinking for a little while. I don't know.
Oh,
Lindsay asks Mia about her timeline, and they make a little joke about Lindsay's timeline.
yeah,
And this was so hard. She said both her parents had passed away. I want to have kids, but I don't have a village to help me raise them.
yeah,
Said her dad died when she was 22 from cancer, and a year and a half ago, her mom died suddenly.
definitely. Yeah,
And that she felt like she wasn't tethered or she didn't have an anchor. I
yeah,
mean, I'm 53. I feel that, and I had one parent pass away, and I feel like, okay, I'm not anchored. I can't imagine feeling it at that age.
with both parents. Yeah,
I mean, that's really got to feel so scary. And then to think, I want to have a child, but my boyfriend that I'm in love with is never around.
yeah.
How am I going to do this? And she was asking Lindsay for some advice. And Lindsay started talking about not having a relationship with her mother. And it sounds like, did she say something like they don't have a lot of family to rely on in the city? Like Gemma's dad's parents don't live in the city either.
Oh, I don't know. I missed that. I know that she originally said her parents live in Florida, so I assume she means her dad and maybe stepmom.
Okay. I think she said that his parents don't live there either. And so she said we had to create like a social support network.
Yeah,
So I thought that was encouraging. Like you can do it, you just have to
yeah,
create it.
yeah, yeah,
So we go back to the Hamptons. This is Dara's first weekend in the Hamptons.
yeah.
I think this is them introducing her like she's officially a cast member, not she's coming as KJ's guest.
I agree.
Okay.
Even though she doesn't really have a room, but neither does Mia. So maybe like in the Southern housewife, like friends of
Yeah.
situation.
Okay, and then West wasn't there because he went to Italy to a friend's wedding. I mean, why am I not getting invited to friends' weddings in Italy?
Watch What Crappens said, how many friends do they have that get married in Italy? It's ridiculous.
I need this to happen in my life. So Lindsay talks about, giving props to Carl for getting Gemma a book, and she sent him a thank you text, and they're on a
Yeah,
path to friendship, all good. Cut to Carl talking about it's 5 years since his brother passed away,
yeah.
and he's upset. Kyle did not reach out to him, but he said happy birthday to Lindsay. And I remember this, 5 years ago. It was
It was
Lindsay's
like his
birthday, and
birthday.
it was just so heart-wrenching.
And Kyle's reasoning was like, well, Lindsay gets mad if you don't
Yeah, like, if you
acknowledge
want
her.
let's cut to that conversation. Here it is. He said who's he talking to? West, right? He's like, "I know Lindsay will be upset if I don't make an effort to, like, make a big deal about her birthday." What did he say?
I don't know, but Carl has like a ton of pent up anger toward Kyle, like more than just that. It has to be.
Yeah, and rightly so. I mean, when we go back and we see all the flashbacks of Carl over the years and how much growth he's had, where Kyle is the exact same person as he was on day one.
And it's just that Amanda's there to be the one nagging to say, Kyle, get your shit together. But like, yeah, you're right. He has not grown. Loverboy's in the same place it's been the last 4 or 5 summers, and maybe this scandal saved it. We don't quite know
Right.
yet.
He is the exact same person as he was season 1, episode 1, has not changed at all, even as a husband, like, at all. Nothing has changed. So, okay, so this is when we see West kinda coaching Kyle about what to say to Carl, and, he's like, "Don't lead with excuses, right? Just apologize." And we see Carl outside saying just venting frustration, like, "If this house were to catch on fire."
He would take his DJ equipment.
And that is the truth, and we all know it. He'd be like, "Holy shit, my DJ equipment."
He's not wrong.
Just seeing this moment and with Carl's realization of, "Oh my god, I've been friends with this guy for so long, and our friendship base was based on us both being in active addiction."
Yes.
That's what it was based on.
And Carl has done so much growth, you can see it. And the fact that he could even reflect and say, this guy doesn't even care about me. Like he's only focused on his business and his DJ and that business, and then maybe his wife. or just hanging out late and partying, going to, remember there were Instagram pictures of Kyle before the split was announced that they were like, help, please help, he's still in our apartment. It was like 5 in the morning and
Oh,
Kyle
yeah.
was like, after
Yeah.
the DJ set, still hanging out in a fan's apartment. They were like, please help.
Get him out of here. I think Carl said too, like, now I know what Amanda feels like. I feel abandoned,
Right.
right? I feel like I've totally lost my best friend and he doesn't care.
Doesn't care. Yeah.
So they kind of split up. Everybody's having fun. Carl tries to help Bailey with her swing, which is super cute. And Carl pulls Kyle aside to chat. And Kyle just, overtakes the conversation. And he does this thing where Carl kind of gets afraid to talk.
Yeah. That was my question to you. Why is Carl so afraid to speak his mind to Kyle?
It's interesting, too, if you look at the dynamic, because Kyle is so short and he's looking up.
Yes, I've never noticed this before until this episode that he's looking up at Carl.
He's looking up, but he's intimidating him or something in some way. Like, you're never going to be able to overtalk me. I'm always going to win every argument with excuses, I think. And I think Carl is like, what is the point?
Yeah.
I think, too, Carl has learned from his sobriety that you can't have a productive conversation with someone who's drunk. And he was like, if I say this, it's not going to land anyway.
It's kind of what Amanda was saying. Like, what's the point of getting mad that he said, you fucking dumbass bitch or whatever?
Right.
Like, it's not going to lead to anything. It's just going to make it worse.
Yeah. So I think that's what was happening in that moment. And I think he was getting Carl a little riled up, and Carl has enough self-awareness to be like, I don't want to be the guy that says fuck you and goes off on him.
Right.
That was the old me. I don't want to do that.
Although we'll see their fight in a future
Yes.
episode.
But then he says, like, if I drank a bottle of vodka and did a line, I would do all those things.
Drink a bottle of rosé, he tells Bailey.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's growth too. Like, I'm not going to be that reactive person.
Right. I have a hot take since we
Go
talked
ahead.
about when Kyle called Amanda a fucking dumbass bitch, right? In the
Mhm.
bathroom after Wes left, and Wes had the sock over his camera, we see.
Right.
And she comes out of the room and she repeats it, right? Okay, that's right, Kyle. And then she gives 2 thumbs up like this to West, who's standing out there. I think, and someone posted this, I don't remember who, I can't give credit, but she didn't realize Ben was standing right next to West, maybe out of the line of her sight from the hallway from the bedroom. So I feel like she was like, I got him. Like, he called me, he cursed me out again to West.
And I got
Because
it on
then he was
camera.
like, come here. And she was like, no, I need soda water. And like grazed his
Right.
arm. Again, reading way too much into it to me.
But it might be true. Like, hey, I finally got him on
I
camera.
got him. Like, I
Yeah.
got him. He's the bad guy. I'm going to look like the good guy. I don't know. All right. Anyway, back to the story.
Oh, yuck. Okay. And then we kind of end with Ben pulling Amanda aside.
How scared did she look? And a lot of people clocked this online. She was probably like, shit, like, what's he
Yeah.
going to say to me?
Yeah. Like something about what happened in Italy didn't mean anything. I'm not in love with you.
Or he knows about maybe West, maybe something had already happened at that point, or
She definitely looked like, I'm prepared for something really bad to come out of his mouth.
Yep.
So then we just see previews with West making out with that random girl.
Does he kiss her? I didn't realize he kissed her. I know she
I
was
think
on
he
the phone.
does.
Oh wow.
It looks like he does.
He's a sleazeball. I was so rooting for him. Remember I said he's got this swag. No, he stinks.
He's got no redeemable qualities at this point.
And the fact that his like potentially, allegedly, his narrative is it's fine. Tom Sandoval got the traitor, so I'm gonna be just fine.
Yeah. Like,
Gross.
your goal is to follow in Tom Sandoval's footsteps? That is just so vile.
It's pretty gross. And well, he flew to somewhere to do like some Final Four basketball ad for something, and they cut him out because they got so much hate comments on the, I'm sure it was an online ad. They actually edited him out
Oh,
of
wow.
the commercial and reposted it.
Do you think he's getting like this Craig complex? Like, Summer House is not enough. I need to be on multiple shows on the network or other networks.
It seems like it. Oh my God, we didn't talk about this, the Amanda Craig gossip,
No,
or
what?
that there were scenes like where Amanda kissed Craig on the cheek and then she was holding his hand under the table in one scene when it was tense. And Paige told Sierra, I clocked that shit too. And I distanced myself from her when that was happening, which again, in future seasons, she was telling Amanda, like, don't marry Kyle if you don't have, like, we can get you out of this, blah, blah, blah. But
Right.
Amanda made Paige feel uncomfortable with how touchy feely she was with Craig.
And then I read somewhere like she's better having guy friends than girlfriends, or she feels more comfortable with guys. I don't know. I think we're going to learn a lot more.
Ew. And I hate it because I don't like the hate that she's getting and I worry about her mental health, but these are the choices that she made and we're just here to comment on them.
And again, what went on in her house growing up?
Yeah.
Also, did you know she has a brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I learned that through this whole.
And Kyle's an only child, right? I mean, he
Is he?
gives only child vibes.
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
We'll have to check that out. Okay, so the Valley.
The Valley.
Who pissed you off the most on this?
Oh my God. Really? Do you have to ask?
I mean, there's so many people that piss me off. Where to start?
Danny. Gross. I wrote down in giant letters. Ew.
He is really something else. He made me very mad. Jesse, of course, Jesse's girlfriend. Also, Janet.
First of all, she's too skinny. Like, take care of yourself. Get off the show, girl. You got a good husband. You have a nice family. You don't look well. And didn't she come out like she had some kind of illness? Like something came up and she lost a lot of weight. I don't know.
I don't know, but this will ruin her marriage if she doesn't
I
get it
know.
together.
I worry for her. I hate that I'm in the phase of like feeling concerned for these.
I know.
It's like I just want to have fun and watch it and talk shit and gossip.
I was reading something, and we touched on this before, and it was talking about Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and it said, okay, season 1's going to be great, 2's going to be great. By season 3, they're all going to be producing it. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be fake and gross. And like, can't we just capture the magic of the first 2 seasons and then move on, rotate to a new cast, do something? And, we kind of are seeing this here.
I think so. It's too bad. With
It is.
Lala, I mean.
Yeah. So we start with some, just junk looking at people's daily lives, but then we see Luke and Kristen recapping the sip and see.
I wanted to ask you what you thought about this. So Luke is still complaining about not being intimate after the baby. And Kristen said her therapist told her, what do you care? It's 15 minutes out of your life. What's your take on that?
I didn't like it. I wonder if it was a couples counselor, because with a couples therapist, the client is the couple, not the individual.
Yeah.
And so maybe I could see that, but fuck that. She obviously is going through it, and he just has a one-track mind. And, she was saying, I'm still so attached to the baby. I don't even feel comfortable leaving her with a sitter. He says, okay, here's the option. We can stay in and Brittany can watch. And she's like, no, you could see her reaction. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I remember feeling like no one can watch my baby except my mom. And that is it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that early on. So I totally get it. He just doesn't get it. He's a guy. He doesn't get it. So Kristen is like, they're talking about Sosa's birthday party, and she's kind of like, oh shit, I don't want to see Janet. So she's, she just dysregulated altogether. And she's like, now I got to go to this party. She said, we have to go out again to something else.
Bring the baby. And what if the baby's like, I remember that anxiety. It's freaking real.
And also going to Lala's house. I mean, Lala's body bounced back so quick after both babies. She's like, great, I got to be with these women who didn't put on this extra weight. There's so much there.
Yeah.
So then we see Brittany and Zach, and she shows him the playroom. That was phenomenal. That playroom she created for Cruz. I mean, what a mom to put that sensory playroom together. There was everything in there. She's really top notch.
Jack Taylor doing nothing, I'm sure.
Nothing.
But then Zach raises concerns about Brittany's new potential boyfriend.
And he says there's similarities. So at the end of this, we see that we're going to meet him next week, but we don't know. So he either has 2 or 3 baby mamas.
He has 2 baby mamas, 3 kids.
3 kids, and he has drama with them.
Yes.
Which is never good.
No. What is she doing? And he doesn't even live there. Like, what? Poor
Like,
thing.
you have enough drama with Jax. Now you're going to get with someone who has 2 baby mamas that he doesn't get along with. This is a recipe for disaster, as Zach said. And she kind of is just shutting him down in her mind. Like, as she's saying it, you can see her being like, don't burst my happiness bubble. I don't even want to
Yeah.
think about that. So back off. Like, let me just have some fun. But girl, it's different when you have a kid.
And she's such a great mom, as you just said, like that sensory
Mhm.
playroom. Yeah, it's hopefully it'll work out.
Fizzle out.
And Zach, I wrote down, like, Zach definitely sees something because he sees a Jax comparison to this guy. So Zach is trying to be her friend, even though he came at her kind of hard.
I think he said something like, he has a personality that can manipulate you, captivate you, get what he wants, and then moves on. And she's justifying it, saying, well, we're moving fast because I've known him forever. Like, I'm like, that was so long ago.
Right. You're completely different people now.
I mean, it made it sound like she was dating him in like middle school or something.
Yeah. Before she met Jack. I mean, how many years ago was that? My God.
I know. 15. So then I missed the whole part of Lala's party,
Oh, yeah. There's a
the
lot.
beginning of the party. So you take it from here.
Yeah. So Danny, Nia walk in. Janet's sitting there, I think oohing and ahhing over Sosa, or maybe it's her own baby. I don't even know. But Danny just ignores her. Like they just look away. No contact. There's a guy there. I think he might have been the lifeguard. And Lala starts hitting on him immediately. No, he was just sitting there in the
Oh,
corner.
yeah. That was a lifeguard. He had a lifeguard outfit on, Joanne.
I was like, what is that guy doing? Is he the caterer? Is he the bartender?
I think he literally had a visor on that said lifeguard.
Well, that's the little details, Denise.
Yeah.
Then they talk about, someone asked, I don't know who was asking Danny and Nia how they met. And they met in church. So they're very religious. And Danny was nice enough to tell whoever was asking she was a freak in the sheets, which is so wildly inappropriate at a child's first birthday party.
Also, the juxtaposition of saying, I met her in church and she's a freak in the sheets. How great is that for me?
He's so gross. My God.
I don't like this guy.
I already said this. Janet is way too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to therapy and she realized her intention with her words was to hurt, and she doesn't want to be that person. And that's what she's working on. And so she goes to Jasmine to kind of sort of say that, and Jasmine cuts right through it. She's like, bullshit. Janet is janiting. Because she was like, aren't there things that you would like to say? That, like, if you're coming to me with like an apology and words to move forward, don't be like, don't you have something to apologize to me for?
Right. I remember that. Like, now I'm waiting for your apology. And Jasmine's like, no, girl.
And Janet's like, okay, maybe we just need space. Like, which is the first of 2 walkaways that she had to do because no one is accepting her bullshit.
And, taking accountability is because she knows they're going to ice her out of filming.
Oh.
She knows it. And she's like, shit. Like, how do I get back in this group? Because none of them give 2 shits about her.
No. Yeah.
So that's
Good
what it's
point.
about, I think.
So then we get to the girls playing. I don't know why this was important to me, but Michelle's daughter had Dolce & Gabbana sandals.
I was wondering, I was like, whose sandals are those? Were those Lala's daughters or?
And they said Lacey bought them. I had to rewind it like 3 times.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Lacey made out pretty well in her divorce.
I was going to say maybe Jessie bought them. I can't see Michelle.
That's what someone said. I thought Jessie did. And they said, nope, Lacey did. Anyway.
Later on, we get to see a full scope of her personality.
Yeah. So then they cut to Zach and Jessie, who were not invited, and they're at some stupid freaking airport bar.
Yeah, what was that?
Like, it's so LA. I don't even know. It was so
Yuck.
stupid. But apparently Lacey and Jessie were chatting before he got with Michelle.
Yeah, that was the other thing. They knew each other before. Were they dating too before? Or kind of just flirting?
Chatting. Yeah, I don't really know. I just wrote down that he was with Lacey before Michelle. But the stupid airport bar is all I could focus on. Well, Jessie says in a confessional, Lacey's my equal.
Yes. Like, she's my intellectual equal.
Michelle
Meaning
was just
Michelle's
there for the
not?
ride.
No.
I think Lacey is good in calling him out on his nonsense 100%. And like, I'm not going to move in with you when I have a kid. But equal and to diminish Michelle like that is really shitty.
Well, also, this is what's happening is Jesse is still playing the great, wonderful boyfriend because he hasn't locked her down yet. So once they move in together or they're sharing something like a lease or a property or they're engaged, then he will turn into the Jesse we've seen. But he doesn't have her locked down. So he's still playing this wonderful boyfriend.
Yeah. Huh. Back to the party. Okay, so Lala's trying to get Nia to talk to Janet, and Nia's kind of like, whatever, and Lala's all excited.
This is Lala producing, which I don't like. What the hell does she care if they get along? She doesn't,
Janet comes out. Nia just doesn't say anything. And Janet's like, so, blah, blah, blah. Anything you feel like you want to talk to me about?
She's like,
Nia's like, nope.
like, totally done with you. There's no chance. You're back in my circle.
And so Janet walks away.
Yeah, but internally she's like, fuck.
I think you're right. I definitely think you're right.
Yeah. I think she thought like, and we haven't seen anything of her husband who everyone likes.
Yeah.
And they've not been editing around him. And I think she thought because they like him, they'd give her a chance. But they're like, no, we're okay losing his friendship too. Like,
yeah.
It's fine.
Right, because Jasmine was very good friends with him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. Jasmine wasn't having it, and Nia didn't even engage, didn't even start the dialogue. No. Whereas Jasmine at least had the dialogue.
All right, so is this when Danny and Zach go for the vasectomy consultation?
It is.
Danny, he's afraid he's going to lose testosterone. Like, I won't be manly. Like, the doctor's like, are you a fucking idiot? And I also think the doctor was a fake doctor. Like a plant.
We're not cutting off your testicles like a dog.
Yeah. He wants to do the pull and pray method, which is what I told you. He wants her to get pregnant again.
He definitely does. It's clear. And then 35 ejaculates before he's clear. And he makes some incredibly crass, rude, misogynist joke about, well, my wife will have to be in a wheelchair. Like, what does that even mean? The point is, you're not supposed to have sex with her and ejaculate because you're still fertile and you're trying to not be fertile.
But he's like, I want to get her pregnant. So
this just so ew.
Zach's like,
I crawled in my own skin. He goes, I think Danny thinks he's funny.
No,
it's not funny.
You're just disgusting. So then we go to Jesse and Lacey out to dinner and we see her full bitch self and really braggadocious about this 4,000 square foot house with 5 beds and 4 baths. And she's like, nope, you can't move in there. I mean, he is giving a little bit of a grifter vibe also. Like,
totally.
Right?
It's my dream neighborhood. She's like,
let me just move in.
Ew. And
she said he's a hoarder.
Did you hear when she said, I was accosted by a psychic named Lola?
Yeah.
And I wrote down a psychic and not a realtor telling her she's not happy in her house. A psychic.
Oh, that's what she said? She said, you're not happy?
Yeah. She said, you're not happy in your house. And then Jesse goes, well, yeah, the bathroom renovation is taking way too long. And she goes, yeah, but I'm so stoked for it. I love it.
Yeah, maybe you're not happy with your crazy psycho boyfriend.
Right.
That's more accurate. So then she says she's getting an egg retrieval. And he's like, says like, there are eggs. And she's like, no. These are my eggs.
I mean, I don't like her, but I do like that she keeps him in his place and is like, step back, sir.
I think like once he gets her locked in,
yeah,
she seems like smart enough that she would get a prenup. But if she doesn't, everything that he loves about her and puts her on this pedestal for, he's going to say, I hate this about you. And so does everybody else. Wow. Everybody thinks you're a bitch. And so do I. And I can write the script.
Oh my God. Yuck. I don't want to see it play out, but I kind of do.
Yeah. I kind of do with her. Oh, and then when they're talking about eyes and she goes, he's like, we have the same color eyes. And she goes, you have black eyes. That's the narcissistic eyes. Okay, Tom goes to a salt cave with Michelle. And as soon as I saw this, I went online and booked an appointment at a salt cave tomorrow for myself.
To do sound bath or just a float or?
No, it's just a room, I think, that you sit in. I don't think this one has a sound bath, but
Okay.
I'm like, I need that. I need that salt energy.
I'm into it.
What do you think about this date? I mean, I think that they're friends and it was very friendly and they care about each other, but they're not dating.
It's not going anywhere.
No.
For sure.
And then Tom's shared a little bit about his dad deteriorating. And I think he said something like, my family's like falling apart or something.
Yeah.
And then she said she watched her mom die. That was, she's barely surviving. And then they talk about she was partying a lot in high school and going to Tijuana to party.
Yeah.
And how old do you think she is?
Oh,
40?
I'd say younger. I would say like 35.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm
I was
guessing.
just jealous when she said that. I was like, those were the days.
Right. Used to go to TJ, she called it. TJ all the time, partying, stay out in the clubs.
Oh my gosh. And then Tom asked, like, do you have a sex drive? Like, that was so weird. He's like, I have no sex drive. Well, Tom, you've never had one. Like, we've known this forever. That was so weird.
Yeah. Friend vibes. Like he was friend zoned
For sure.
immediately with that question, I think. And then we end with Nia and Danny.
This was unbelievable.
Right. Like as if it couldn't get worse. It did.
So what happened?
Shares she feels isolated, exhausted, anxious, on the verge of a burnout. She feels like a failure. And he's like, well, what about all the sex we're about to have?
Mm-hmm.
And I made a schedule. And she's like,
But she's so passive. Like, she's internalizing, like, you see it on her face, like, you don't understand, but I don't even have the bandwidth to try to explain it to you.
yeah.
So I'm just going to be like, whatever, dude.
I felt terrible too. And then he says, I can't do anything for 10 days. I can't lift the babies. And then they cut to the doctor saying 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, he exaggerated everything. And I think what she's asking too is like, I need help. I think he's like, you're the stay-at-home mom. You do everything. You have 4 freaking kids under 4. And I don't know if he's saying, no, we can't bring in a nanny, or no, I'm not going to help you. I think there was some stuff edited out of that. But she's like, I'm drowning. And he's like, so when are we having sex next?
Right. Oh my God. They're not going to I can't imagine. I mean, I guess maybe the Christian Catholic values or something, but how can she put up with that?
I mean, they are churchgoers and they do believe in the sanctity of marriage and they don't believe in divorce. So I think this is going to be a very hard time for her when the kids are really young. And hopefully she does not get pregnant again before the vasectomy kicks in or whatever you want to say. But I kind of think he's like, I want this Christian household look of I'm the man, I'm the head, you're the mom, your job is to take care of these kids. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, you need to homeschool them. And she's just like, I feel so isolated out here. I just want to be near Kristen. Like, we're going through the same thing and she's so
Right.
far away. And he's like, I don't care.
Don't care. Yep.
So, and he says they're still in the honeymoon phase.
I mean, she didn't roll her eyes, but I did. We're in the honeymoon. We're in the honeymoon phase forever. And she's just like, what are you hearing? We're not in the same conversation right now.
Not at all. So then previews for next week, everyone meets Brandon. I'm excited for that. So next week, we got to see. I might need to not podcast next week. I'm not caught up on House of Villains. I'm not caught up on Ladies of London.
Me neither.
So we'll see. It'll be a surprise what we bring to you next. Stay tuned.
Good news is we'll be watching a lot of TV.
Yes. All right. I'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Charmingly Toxic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow reality TV junkies. You can connect with me on Instagram at Charmingly Toxic and join the conversation in the Charmingly Toxic Facebook group. This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. While I am a licensed therapist, I'm not diagnosing anyone here. Expect real talk, sarcasm, and a few clinical insights woven in along the way. If you're seeking support for a toxic relationship, please reach out to a licensed therapist or visit my website, dccounseling.org.
Let you catch your breath, no doubt it's me who's running